You say hi to everyone.
Oh, sit down.
Yeah, you say hi to everyone.
Oh, sit down.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Angelica. This YouTube channel is mainly going to be about mine and Maciao's life, vlogs, mummy tips, baby tips. Like, if you do have any suggestions, just pop them down in the comments below or message me on Instagram or Snapchat. I hope you guys enjoy this video and make sure to comment, like and subscribe, and yeah. So today's video is going to be about my pregnancy/labour. I'm also going to answer some questions that some of you asked me yesterday when I put my post up on Instagram. I'm not going to answer all of them because I don't want to make this video too long. But yeah, I'm going to answer some of them, and yeah, hopefully it helps. So starting off with my pregnancy/labour, my pregnancy, how I found out I was pregnant. So long story short, I didn't find out I was pregnant till I was 6 months. I went clubbing with my girl Hannah, and obviously I drank. And when we left the club, we got into an Uber, and I had to keep telling the Uber to stop every 5 minutes. Like, he literally had to stop every 5 minutes, otherwise I'd be sick in his car, and Uber drivers don't want that, so boy, they have to stop. So he stopped like every 5 minutes, and I kept vomiting like outside the car, and I started vomiting up blood and stuff like that, and I was like, what the hell? So the Uber man rushed me to the closest hospital to me at the time, which was Kingston. And I started vomiting up blood outside the hospital, everything. So then got rushed into emergency, and then they did some tests on me, and we was in there for a few hours, and then the doctor walks in and he says to me, congratulations, you're 6 months pregnant, it's a boy. So me and Hannah, we just start bawling our eyes out. We are crying so much. In my head I'm thinking, no, this can't be me. Can't be. It can't be. He's probably got the wrong person. But clearly it was me. My mum kept calling me like, where are you, blah blah blah, and I had to lie to her and say I was at my friend's house and stuff, and she just thought I was being a little rebel. Like, she just thought I was being so bad, but really and truly I was in hospital suffering on my ones. Literally, like, I was so scared. Like, before that, I told my sister first, and she obviously said she's gonna support me and blah blah blah. Like, I weren't scared of telling my sister. And then my mum, on the other hand, boy, traditional Asian Filipino parents, yeah, let's get this straight, they are scary. They are scary when they're angry. So boy, but yeah, so I didn't actually personally tell my mum. So a letter came through the door from my GP, and my mum never opens my letters, which is the weirdest things, but she opened this one letter from my GP, and it said in the letter, congratulations on your pregnancy, you're now registered to the GP as pregnant. So obviously she's gonna find out now, and my sister's belling off my phone. She's like, you need to come home now, mum's found out you're pregnant, blah blah blah. And I'm like, in my head I'm thinking, oh my goodness gracious me, like, I'm gonna die tonight. I'm gonna die. Like, what other option? So yeah, obviously in my head I was thinking, you need to pack my bags now, you need to pack my suitcase, you need to pack all my clothes, you need to pack everything in this household and put it outside, and I'll come and collect it and I'll go somewhere. Like, I'm not stepping foot in that house at all. So she was like to me, oh, don't tell mum I told you, but she actually told me that she's excited. And in my head I'm thinking, what? In my head I'm thinking, is this a way for you to lure me into the house so my mum can just do a madness on me? Like, like, for her to just do a madness. So eventually I did come home. I did. Obviously my mum sat me down and she spoke to me, and she said to me, like, she's really disappointed in me, which is 100% understandable. But she said to me, like, she'll never kick me out, like, she's gonna support me through it the whole way. And do you know, at that moment in time, the relief in my heart. Yeah, that's how my mum found out. My labour, you actually can't prepare for birth. You can't, honestly, you can't. I was in bed one night and I thought I peed myself. Went up to go to the toilet, the pee wouldn't stop coming out, the water wouldn't stop coming out. Like it just wouldn't stop. In my head I'm thinking, nah, my water's couldn't have broken. Like it just couldn't have. I'm not even due yet. Like I was meant to give birth on the 25th of February, but I gave birth on the 21st, so I was 4 days early. We went to the hospital and they sent me back home because I wasn't having contractions and I wasn't dilated. Like a few hours after I got home, I started having contractions. It just came to me like they literally just jumped me. The contractions jumped me. Like I wasn't prepared for it. Like it was so mad. I'm not waiting. I'm in too much pain. I can't wait here. Went to the hospital. By the time I got to the hospital, my contractions were crazy. Like they were so painful. I couldn't handle it. I literally couldn't handle it. I had to go on gas and air. It wasn't helping at all. I was in labour for about 7 to 8 hours and he would not budge at all. I was having contractions for like 7 to 8 hours. He would not move. Them 7 to 8 hours, I was 3 centimeters dilated and he would not move at all. He would not dilate any further. My body would not dilate, nothing. So I was suffering for 7 to 8 hours for him to just not dilate. He didn't want to come out. He wasn't ready. It was like to me how my temperatures got to about like 40 degrees and his temperatures got to about 38, 39 degrees while he's inside me. And they was like, it's too dangerous. Like they can't keep him inside me anymore. They was like to me, you need to have an emergency C-section. I was like, oh my God, I started crying. I was like, this is not what I planned. On my birthing plan, I planned to have a water birth. Like, I brought my bikini, everything. I was ready to style on him, you know what I'm saying? I was so ready, like, for a water birth, a nice water birth. But no, I had to have a emergency C-section. A couple hours later, after they told me, they brought me into the surgery room and they gave me an epidural it was like an injection from your waist down, all the way down. Couldn't feel anything. My contractions completely stopped. And then they put this like blue sheet like in front of me, so I couldn't see what was happening. I was awake while they were doing it, but they put this blue sheet up so I couldn't see anything that was happening. After a few minutes, baby was out. That was me giving birth. So the next day after I'd given birth, on the road to recovery, I suddenly started having contractions again. But bear in mind, Maciao's not in my stomach anymore. I'm not pregnant anymore. So yeah, I just started having contractions again, like contraction-like pains. And I was literally screaming for help. There was about 10 nurses and doctors around my bed, like rushed to my bed. I couldn't breathe properly. I was losing breath. I literally thought I was gonna die. Literally, that's all I thought in my head. I'm gonna die today. They had to put me on oxygen tubes, so they had to put like the tubes up my nose and around my head and stuff like that, like because I literally couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe at all. That was a bad experience. Yeah, that was my labour. Moving on to questions that I got asked. It's a hard question because I wouldn't say there's any cons. Like everything about being a mum in general, about being a young mum, any type of mum, any age, whatever. Being a mum is a blessing regardless. Yeah, when it comes to cons, I'd say like, I wouldn't say it's cons, but I'd say it's things that are really hard to deal with when you're a young mum. There's a lot of things you have to sacrifice. There's a lot of things you have to take responsibility for. There's a lot of things that you have to do that you wouldn't have imagined yourself having to do at such a young age. There'll be times where I'll literally sit in bed and just cry. There's some points during motherhood where you'll just feel so down and you'll just start crying because it's just really hard. The year before I gave birth to Maciao, I'd lost my dad. I was in sixth form at the time and I was just in a really, really bad place. I wasn't me. I wasn't doing anything with my life. I wasn't getting out of bed. I wasn't going out. I wasn't doing nothing. Like I just didn't want nothing to do with the world, basically. Then obviously I gave birth to Maciao, and Maciao doesn't know it yet, but he saved me in so many ways. Like, short up a lot. I've had to take responsibility of life a lot. I've had to be more independent. Everyone kept saying to me, like, he's literally your blessing in disguise, and he is my blessing in disguise. When you're a mother, young or not, you are open to getting postnatal depression, which is obviously hard to talk about and stuff like that, especially when you don't really know much about life in general. You're still growing up, you're still trying to find yourself as a person. It's hard. because you're taking care of another human being. You've got another responsibility other than yourself. So it is hard. There are mums out there that do get it and are sort of like afraid to speak about it, or too scared to speak to someone, or don't know who to talk to and stuff like that. After I gave birth to Maciao, I had it, and at the beginning of being a mum, like the first, I'd say first 2 months, 3 months, I did not bond with Maciao at all. I don't know how to explain it, but I was just really sad all the time, and I just didn't want to be a mother at that time. And honestly, it might sound bad, but it's the truth, and that's the experience I went through. The first couple of months after I gave birth, I was just going through a lot at the first couple of months of him being born. It just put me in a bad place, and I wasn't the best mother I could have been. That's what I regret about like my experience so far as being a mother. And you shouldn't kick yourself up about it. You shouldn't blame yourself about it. All you need to do is either talk to someone, go to the doctor, just talk to someone about it, and don't keep it bottled up inside you. Get some sort of advice, some sort of help. I think to help you make your journey in motherhood easier, talk to someone, whether it be a doctor, a friend, a family, anyone. Just talk to someone, because you're not in this alone. I was at my mum's for the first few months of after I gave birth. I moved out last year October. I moved out a couple months after I gave birth to my own flat with me and Maciao. No, I don't regret anything, honestly. I would change things, yeah, but I don't regret anything. I wouldn't know personally because I had an emergency C-section. So if it tears, then yeah, you do have to get stitched up, but not everyone has to get stitched up. Like, it all depends on the person and how your delivery went. So yeah, guys, that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm aiming to post once every week, hopefully. I don't want to give an exact day because yeah, I'm not that type of person to stick to it. So just once every week I'll hopefully try and be posting. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for my next video.